A very warm welcome to you, Sage here. Thanks for joining me on Kalkine TV for Smart Market Insights. The Australian Treasurer Jim Chalmers has described it as a perfect storm. Rising energy prices have added to a hefty list of concerns facing the average Australian as Australia's energy crisis hits fever pitch. The underlying problem is complex, with little hope of things changing anytime soon. However, the newly elected Labor government will have to seek a solution. And a closer look at the scenario shows that depleting coal reserves are the centre of the energy crisis. With households managing soaring prices of things like food and groceries, the additional pressure created in the energy industry has only further tightened consumers' hold on their wallets. Amidst a potential drop in consumer demand, talks of recession have once again garnered attention. And meanwhile, Australia has only just begun its interest rate tightening cycle. Rising interest rates have further clouded the outlook for Australian borrowers and has done much to further destabilise the economy. Due to the high number of mortgage loans being taken out, the Australian economy has become extremely sensitive to interest rate rises. Australia's biggest power station is quickly running out of coal, and the station will be closing in 2025, 7 years earlier than expected. And meanwhile, Origin Energy, the coal supplier to the Eraring power station, the largest in Australia, has recently seen severe production constraints. The coal stockpiles of Origin Energy at its Lake Macquarie plant north of Sydney have been running low, according to the company's statement to the Australian Stock Exchange. And consequently, Origin Energy has had to source coal from alternative sources where prices are higher. The Russia-Ukraine war has also exacerbated supply constraints throughout the globe, which has also put upward pressure on energy. And moreover, Russian sanctions have made all international sources of commodities highly expensive, not to mention the higher transit costs of transporting coal from nations farther away from Australia. Origin Energy is far from the only company witnessing this problem, however, which has led to an overall hike in the price of coal. As Australia's power supply mostly comprises coal-powered stations, the problem has only worsened the case for its energy market. So what is the solution? A switch to renewable energy could be the most viable at this moment, with the recent election evidence of the Australian public's acknowledgement of the need to switch to more sustainable alternatives such as solar and wind energy. Among the many policies of the Anthony Albanese-led Labor Party, measures to work against climate change seem to have resonated the most with the voters, and these claims have helped land him a win in this year's federal elections. On the other hand, fossil fuel exporters have escaped unscathed by the rising commodity prices. However, the gains incurred by fuel exporters could end abruptly if the Australian domestic gas security mechanism is triggered, a mechanism put in place to avoid the depletion of domestic resources. As exporters continue to profit from the rising prices, some of these gains are floating into the Australian economy too. However, at this moment, a shift to renewable energy seems to be a good option to relieve the current price pressures. Thanks so much for your company on that report. Hopefully you're not feeling the impacts of the increased prices too much at this stage. Time for us to prepare. That's all for now. We'll be back again with the exclusive Smart Market Insights show tomorrow. Till then, do keep watching Kalkine TV for the latest market updates and related insights. Sage here, signing off for now.